Hey there everyone, this is Maurice bringing you a strategic analysis of the Alliance battle map Ancestral lands. In this video I'll be going over the general layout of the map, the shrine placements, as well as some general tips and strategies as to how to play it. So let's begin. Ancestral lands is predominantly a circular map. 5 of the 7 shrines are located along the perimeter. 2 of them are located inside the castle. The castle located in the center is the Kurzik spawn location, and it is very well fortified. There are 3 gates, one to the northeast, southeast, and west. These gates initially can only be opened by the Kurziks. Also, there are NPCs that spawns on either side of each gate, so any of the Luxons who try to approach it will have to contend with them also. It also features 2 one-way teleporters located here and here, and they will teleport in over here and over here respectively. Inside the castle there are 2 shrines, the Elite Ranger Station and the Elite Warrior Station. These shrines will spawn the Elite Ranger and the Elite Warrior respectively, along with 2 normal Rangers and 2 normal Warriors. The Elite NPCs can actually be interacted with, so that means that you can have a player go up to them, talk to them, and they will follow that player. So if the Kurzik play it right, they could begin the map instead of only 12 people, they can head out with 14. This is of course a rather large advantage. Next up we have the bridge. It's located on the western side of the map. It consists of 3 elevated platforms just connected by 2 bridges. The platform can only be accessed from 3 locations, through here, and through the staircase over here. On the eastern side, it is basically an impenetrable wall. This allows anybody who's standing on top of the platform to take easy pot shots at anyone standing within this area, almost. In fact, a ranger standing on top of the platform has almost, well, you can hit from here to the top of the staircase over here. To put that into perspective, that's basically radar range. So with a longbow, a ranger is really powerful here. So this makes it a very easily defendable location. Lastly, we have the Luxon base. That's right here. That's where one of the 3 Luxon teams will be spawning in. It features 2 one-way teleporters that goes through this way, and the other one goes to right here. And it also features a gate located right here that would automatically open at the start of the match. This location is a Luxon only area, so any Kurzik who try to run up the staircase and run inside will get instantly killed by the gate guardian over here. So yeah, it's usually not a good idea if you're a Kurzik to go anywhere near the structure. Other than the 2 shrines located inside the castle, there are 5 other shrines located along the perimeter of the map. First up, we have the 2 resurrection shrines located here and here. That's on the northern and southern sides of the bridge. Initially, they're held by the Luxons, and in fact, they are 2 of the 3 spawn locations for 2 of the 3 Luxon teams. So, in other words, the Luxons start on different sides, on the 3 corners of the map instead of all together. The northwestern shrine here will spawn if they're held by the Luxons. This shrine will spawn a monk and 2 elementalists. The southwestern shrine will spawn a monk and 2 mesmers. If they're held by the Kurziks, each shrine will simply spawn 1 monk. The 3 remaining shrines are called equipment shrines. They're located one to the northeast, one to the southeast, and one to the west. The western one is actually one of the shrines on the central platform of the bridge. These 3 shrines will give the war cry bonus to whichever side is holding them. The war cry bonus is basically that while under it, you move 25% faster, you attack 25% faster, all your skills recharge and activate 25% faster. So in other words, you're just 25% faster than anybody else on the map. Well, of course, this is a pretty big advantage. And depending on who's holding these shrines, they will actually spawn different NPCs. So for instance, if a Luxon is holding this shrine, it will spawn 2 rangers. If the Kurziks are holding this shrine, it would spawn a mesmer, a necromancer, and a ritualist. So yeah, the equipment shrines, they actually favor the Kurzik side, as opposed to the resurrection shrines, which favors the Luxons. Oh, and before I forget, these shrines, the equipment shrines, they will only give the war cry bonus to the side to whichever side that's currently holding them. So, for instance, if I'm Kurzik and this shrine is currently controlled by the Kurzik, and I approach it, I will get it, and the war cry bonus will last 1 minute. However, if say I'm Luxon, I would not get that bonus for obvious reasons. So, equipment shrines will spawn one of 2 items depending on who's holding that particular shrine. So if the Luxons hold one of the equipment stations, let's say this one, it would spawn explosive packs. These packs can be picked up and dropped at whatever locations they want. And more importantly, these ones allow the Luxons to actually open these gates. So they allow the Luxons to actually storm the fort. If the Kurzik hold this shrine, it will spawn a repair kit. So let's say you have if the Kurzik have one of the gates blown open and they take over the shrine, they could pick up the repair kit, go up to the gate, and it will fix it. Alright, now with the terrain breakdown out of the way, I'm now just gonna go over a few interesting quirks about this map. Out of all the Alliance Battles maps, only the 2 deep maps, so that would be this map, Ancestral Lands, and the Luxon equivalent called Canyon. These 2 are the only 2 maps that allows you to actually scout your opponents beforehand. So let's say you're Luxon and you spawn on the Luxon base here. You can actually go all the way slightly beyond this teleporter, so press up right against the ledge, and you can see all the Kurzik movement in here. So you can actually count the number of people either going towards this teleporter or approaching this gate here. Similarly, you can do the same thing over here.